I am working on a project. And I figured I'd come over here and try live on this side because I've never done it before. And now I'm making a baseball bat for a guy who likes Batman. It's the original Batman. So even though it's going to be backwards for you, I'm doing the logo. I got to poly all this and fix it so it looks like the logo. Right now it's just basic. And then on the other side is the Poison. Love that Joker. The Poison logo. Smilex brand product. So we're gonna have a good time with it. Now, it's gonna take me a minute. So I gotta burn all of that background. I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, it's good to see you all. You know, right? Batman. I get called Batman all the time, and so it's kind of appropriate. I'm making a Batman bat. I ate way too many fucking mushrooms today. Say that. Yeah. Oh, what's going on, man? No, it's just wood burning this motherfucker. It's getting late. Same shit, different day. I typically try to do lives on TikTok and they fuck up. So I'm just like, well, I'll experiment on YouTube and see what happens. It's my first time I've ever done it. I need to be better about it though. Because TikTok is kind of not doing very good, seems like. Good enough, but... What's going on? Oh, did I have a nickname growing up? Unfortunately, a few of them. My mom, she used to call me Dandelion when I was a little kid. But no, my nickname was Danimal. For some reason, motherfuckers kept calling me that because I would drink too goddamn much and turn into a different human being. I'd drink until I blacked the fuck out. That's good to see you too. I don't drink anymore. I'm supposed to go to a fucking show and I don't want to go to it because I just don't want to deal with a bunch of people drinking around me. I don't like it. People, when they get a lot of booze in them, they kind of get a little grumpy. And sometimes I can rub a motherfucker the wrong way. And I ain't trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? But you can get a guy real upset with you. And you can't dial them back when their liquid courage kicks in. So I don't drink. I smoke a hell of a lot of cannabis. A hell of a lot. Can I even do that on here? I guess I probably have to set it to where, like, no kid age restriction. But I have it set to where this isn't for kids, but whatever, you know? So it's like that. But we're wood burning a baseball bat. It's not anything crazy. And if you got that kind of shit in your mind, you get the fuck out of here. Oh, man. First time I've ever drawn the Joker. It's true. I have, and it's not great, but it's the first time I've ever drawn him. So, with a wood burner. So I'm really, really being reckless with this. Somebody paid for this. It'll be all right. Oh, dear Lord. Nice. Shooting pronghorn. I want to shoot pronghorn. We'll report you for burning a bat. Ozzy would be proud. I'm sure. I wonder a lot what Ozzy would say about some of the shit that I've done. I don't think he would say anything because that guy fucking drank piss and snorted ants. I mean, I'm thinking I'm pretty tame. He might look at me funny when we were doing staple gun games when I was a kid. We used to take our beer cases, you'd drink them all, and then you'd take a staple gun, like a carpet staple gun, and you'd staple gun the box to your stomach. And sometimes it'd take a few shots to get it to stick because the staple just wants to go through the paper. But if you do it right, and you're kind of hold back a little bit, it'll stick, and you'll end up with like a Coors Light box on your chest, and your buddies, you guys can throw empties back and forth at each other. Yeah, we were real fun kids. Yeah, I do. I freehand everything. We were interesting children. Watching Jackass. Oh no, I grew up watching CKY. Jackass came later. CKY was my shit, and then Steve-O. I loved to watch the Steve-O videos because he was willing to do anything, and like his Out on Bail video, whoo, that was fucking sketchy. And like he did the one that was like P saved my life. Oh, I didn't want to say it in succession because I figured that would probably get me for some bullshit on some app. I don't know. But he did that one that saved his life. It was a whole fucking video of just him doing that and then trying to like come off of it. It was intense. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I do a lot of shrooms. I don't know what Ozzy's opinion was on shrooms, but I can't imagine that he likes shrooms or liked shrooms as much as I do. He seemed a lot more into the cocaine. A lot more into the cocaine. That Colombian Bam Bam. Yeah, man. CKY was the best. I loved watching CKY. Back when Dunn was still around, dude, that was great. Rab himself. Like, young hero, man. Ryan Dunn, though. Like, random hero. That was what it was. Yeah. Yeah, that was last year, but that still happens. That still happens. Yeah, you'll get people that are up in Seattle that'll purchase a permit to go out into the Weyerhaeuser property with no want to go out into the Weyerhaeuser property to take away another person's permit so that they can't get an opportunity to go hunt deer on Weyerhaeuser property. There's people up there that are super vegan in Seattle that will do some pretty wild shit to try to fuck with your day. Like they want to reintroduce the grizzly bear into a park up north, and I'm shaking my head like, you idiots. We eradicated the grizzly bear out of the state for a good fucking reason, because we cannot maintain a habitat for a grizzly here, and so they think that we need it. And I think that the better solution would be, and this isn't a better solution, would be to bring wolves in. If we need to have that kind of an ecosystem back, the wolves would do the same thing as the bear, and we could actually control the wolves versus the bear. Because if the bear gets outside of the park, this is a whole different Jurassic Park, and the Washington State is not the place for it. And they're like, don't shoot the bears. I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, right, dude. The minute I'm out there in the woods and a grizzly comes charging down the trail, don't shoot it. Oh no, it's protected. I'll talk about it in court. It's like that fucking guy that got attacked in Colorado. Everybody was, guy killed a mountain lion. Mountain lion weighed like 65 pounds. And everybody was like, oh, you gross individual, you piece of shit. And then the story comes out that the mountain lion was attacking him. And everybody's, well, it was 65 pounds. What could it do? And it was a sick mountain lion that had something really fucking wrong with it and was like starving to death. And it had ran into the hiker. And the hiker, he was able to strangle the fucking mountain lion because it was weak enough. But people were like saying he was a puss. And I'm sitting here thinking, if you got your hands on a 65-pound pissed off mountain lion, I don't care 65 pounds or not, try fighting your house cat. Fucking goddamn psycho. Fucking house cat will fuck you up. I know. I've been fucked up by a house cat. Little bastards will give you scratches so bad you'll end up having to go to the hospital and get that shit cleaned out. That didn't happen to me, but I field goal kicked that bitch. Wanted my shin. You couldn't have my shin. Son of a bitch, this is gonna take forever. And not to mention that, I finished this part all blacked out. I got a blackout up here where I can get the bat signal going, you know? And then I gotta fucking redo the handle here and wrap that all out and shit. That's gonna be a fun one. But it's gonna look nice. I'm gonna use purples and greens, you know, because he does. Into the Wild. It's a great fucking movie. My wife hates that story. I think every man wants to do that story. At one point in their life, every man that suffers for a little bit, they immediately think, fuck it. I'm packing my shit and I'm going to the wild. They maybe even make it to the car and then they end up at like In-N-Out Burger and they change their mind. And then they go home. And they wrestle with calling their boss the next day and be like, I need my job back. It's like that. How much for canes? I haven't been fucking with canes yet. I tried to order canes. A guy wanted me to get canes for his friend to make a special piece for his new surgery he just came out of. And when I went to order them, I got fucked. And then they fucked me twice. So now I'm waiting for them to send me the first cane so I can send it back and then get the second cane and hope that it's a solid one. But so I'll wait. Etsy. I am never buying anything through Etsy again. I hate Etsy. I don't even like using Etsy. I have my account on there for making some shit, but like I hate that app. Hate it. And also, those motherfuckers don't know how to ship for shit. Like, they charge an arm and a leg for shipping, dude. Yeah, I could ship to you for a fraction of the price. It's wild what they charge. Like, it's all money grab for them. Oh, man. The Gray is one of my favorite movies. The Gray is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. Liam Neeson. It's that scene at the end, but I mean, Liam Neeson, the whole movie, you kind of root for him to die a little bit. Like, he does not seem to want to live from beginning, you know, and it seems like it makes the most sense that he would die. It's almost kind of cruel that he saves those men for so long and keeps saving them and saving them and saving them until they start getting picked off one by one. And then all of a sudden, like, it gets to that part where it's like it's him. It's all that's left. It's like but he wanted to die in the first place. He lost his wife. And he's got the memory of his father in his head, you know, that fucking scene. And then he starts to recite the poem and he's getting ready for battle. He like breaks the bottles and he's got his fists all taped up and the knife taped to his hands because you know that knife would go flying. If you were in a wicked fight, you'd want it to be stuck to you, you know. And man, you cannot fucking hate Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's great. He plays even a good Frank Drebin, it turns out. And he's nailing Pam now. Holy shit. We're not talking like 90s Pam or anything, but like, I mean, he's still Pam, goddammit, you know, like, Anderson's still sweet. She's got a good heart, damn it. I think her worst movie was Barbed Wire. Yeah, my buddy Jimbo's still alive. He pisses me off occasionally, but I'm married to his sister, so it's kind of tough, you know. Jeremiah Johnson's a really good fucking movie. When the bear gets into the cabin, it's one of the funniest scenes ever. Cheeseburger, man. Cheeseburger at McDonald's. Oh, fuck. No, are you kidding me? I used to eat McDonald's food all the fucking time. Their apple pies. Remember when those used to be like lethal? They would sell you the apple pie. You'd buy your meal and you'd think, I'm gonna eat the apple pie first before I get to my meal. And then you'd be in the car and inevitably you'd take a bite and the molten lava would erupt into your mouth and you'd and you'd like grab a fountain drink and you're sitting there trying to fight that fucker for a minute, and then you have to eat your meal with a tongue that has no fucking flavor except for burnt apple. And that is frustrating as a motherfucker. Let me just say you right now. Remember that bitch that burned her crotch with the coffee at McDonald's? I'm just saying. You gotta be careful with that place. Where are we at? Revenant Bear Fight was fucking amazing too, wasn't it? Dude, I always forget that Tom Hardy's in that movie. Because he plays such a bag of shit and he's so like unrecognizable, but he plays just he's just perfect. Kills his son. He killed my boy. Why does and I know he got so fucked up. That's why his voice is that way. But I still hate when actors change their voice so much that it doesn't sound right. Like Ed Gein, the new what's his name? Charles Hunnam, or no, Hunnam, whatever the fuck his name's. He Charlie, he destroyed that. He ruined that. That was the worst. Why is Mickey Mouse fucking Ed Gein? It's like Batman. It's like Christian Bale's Batman. The fuck was he thinking? Like, he has throat cancer or laryngitis. Which is it? Because it's like that's all it could be. I couldn't understand a legible word. I was reading that motherfucker with subtitles to get what he meant. You mean like I hawk up like that every morning too, bro? But like I smoked a long goddamn time to get there. You know, like I can't imagine that justice causes that much throat laryngitis. You know, like maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking it's more like Scarecrow gave him something. He just has a terrible voice from now on. Fuck was I saying? Anyways, some actors they pick really terrible ways to do their dialogue. That's what I feel that one was. Yeah, I know I have ADHD. I'll jump around a lot. That's just the way this is gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Charlie. There you go. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio has an incredible amount of movies, but I would say probably my favorite of his is Wolf of Wall Street. Because Wolf of Wall Street, that movie was bananas. And it's based upon a true story, and when you're watching it, you're just like, you can't fucking imagine Jordan Belfort was like this, and I kind of get the feeling he was. So, you know, that mentality of like, sell me a pin, and then that guy could just sell anything. He still does too. He's a motivational speaker to this day. Oh, what the hell? View messages under review. I don't even want to know. That's how it's going to be, though. Gangs of New York is my favorite film of his. Gangs of New York is great because of Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher is just fantastic. It's such a good character role. He plays such an awful human being in that movie, but it's the glass touch with the knife for me. Oh. Whew. He makes me really uncomfortable in that movie. You will taste my mutton. No, I know he did that. When it's him and Donnie and they're in the like little shack behind the restaurant and they're smoking for the first time on that rack, and there's that moment of the conversation when, when you see Leo like and and he's just like, smoke rack with me, bro, smoke rack with me. Like that that those two are fucking insane in that movie, and I had such a good time watching it. It reminded me so much of when I was a kid. We used to party really hard, but not with that kind of money, obviously. But we just do stupid shit like that. We would smoke stupid stuff outside the fucking restaurant in the back and in the bus terminal loading area. Fuck around here is dangerous. It's just not dangerous, just the people. There's a lot of drugs around where I live. It's a heavy drug culture. Meth is everywhere. Struggle. I know it's a big deal everywhere, but out here, I cannot believe it's as bad as it is. It makes you watch movies like Spawn and think of home. Hello, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. 7 people in here, I'm a major creator on TikTok with 7 people in his YouTube right now, and I'm excited about it. I'm not really a big fan of crowds, so you're good. Like 7 people more than 100. Remember what oh shit. Joey Diaz said, just takes a few guys, you could take over a country. So 7 of us. Let's take over the world. Do you guys like slippers? We'll just letting you know. The Colt has slippers. No sacrifices, though. Didn't go over good last time. And everybody that joins, they've got to get the brand. Don't worry, the more people we get to join, the more people to hold you down. The brands look way better when we can hold you down. I used to tell that joke all the time, and everybody would always laugh at me. I get bored. I come up with some pretty random one. Don't worry, I'm not going to touch you with the wood burner. I mean, okay, how much money you got? Oh, old WWF was my favorite. Do you watch Red? No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Red, I don't know what that is. You gotta keep in mind, I'm pretty old in my head. I might be 42, but I look 1,000, and in my head I'm about 70. I question things when I stand up now, like, is this gonna hurt? I question a fart. That's when I knew it was growing. So I think I'm gonna probably come on YouTube more often and start doing lives and just doing a little wood burning and talking and stuff like that, and just bear with me. I'm not good at this. I was never a content creator before I was a dumbass drug addict. No, I just do mushrooms and smoke an incredible amount of weed. I still don't know if I could do that on camera. I have not shot a buck this year. I'm so fucking pissed about that too. But extended buck comes in about a week, so, and I'll be looking forward to seeing old Ruddy McGee this year. You know, some just absolutely yoked out timber buck that looks like he's on steroids, has some sort of a boner, just running around the timber like. That's when, at that time, you could damn near make a sound that sounds like a doe and estrus with your voice, and they'll come running for you. Because they're just so goddamn stupid and boned up. They don't know which way is up. They're just trying to think with that. I've been seeing pictures of them so far, and they all look like they are absolute rebreeds. Necks as big as basketballs, just eyes wild, like a doll's eyes. You know, and I'm not looking forward to it. Because to me, that tastes like shit. There's nothing worse than eating a deer that's right in the middle of the fucking rut. No, I don't know what that is. When I shoot the Hulk Hogan deer, was the most racist bastard in the area, or? Oh yeah, brother. I don't want that deer to eat my daughter. Oh man, we're building. I've never been to Alaska. I want to go to Alaska so fucking bad. They do. Oh yeah, they do. I know. That's why most people usually snap their bucks a late season, because they're just so dumb. They can't handle it. They're trying to figure out which way is up. To be real, you'll find them in some nasty hole somewhere, canyon, just living off of meager, gross shit, chasing around does. Worst life ever. But the doe, zero pressure. Just hanging out, having a good time, playing with their babies and shit. She doesn't have any problems. You know how good her meat tastes? Fan-fucking-tastic. Just saying. That's right. If you're hunting and it's a survival situation, like you're in trouble, shoot does and eat does, and you will be fine until somebody finds your ass. Oh, I didn't want to shoot it. I had to wait for a buck. I just didn't want to hit that. Fuck that. Drill that coup in the fucking head and go eat her. Delicious. I love you too. Oh, absolutely. I've killed Bambi's mother so many goddamn times, I could care less. Look, it's an equal opportunity world. The Me Too movement made me realize even more. If the buck can take the bullet, then so can the doe. But I was shooting the doe long before that ever happened, so I mean, I'm just using it as an excuse now to really upset the libs. You gotta say libs, and that really twists people's gears, even though I don't give a fuck. I'm pretty liberal myself. I believe that a transgender individual should be able to have a fully automatic weapon while he guards his pot fields. I don't think it gets any more liberal than that. I don't respect your pronouns, sweetheart. You want to be called Captain Jack Fuckface? I got you. I got you. I always wonder if people that like say that, like, I want you to respect my pronouns. if they realize that the person's just turning around behind their back and being like, this fucking idiot over here. Didn't really feel like he was respecting my pronouns after he left. He did a burnout over the rainbow flag crosswalk. It is Houston. Yes, I am pure madness. What was that? Cody. I mean, not all meat. Some of it, if you eat the wrong meat for too long, it'll make your fingernails turn black, and you'll kind of get a bit of a, you'll get a different way about you. Oh, right now. Yeah. Let me see if I can fucking. Oh, hey, I can fucking do this shit. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. So remember the old Batman movie, 1989, the logo, like for the cover? Well, I got that kind of going. Well, right now you can see it's a little choppy because I was doing the filling in, and then I got to come over it with the wood burner again to really get those lines to look proper. And then I'm gonna put polyurethane over it, and I'm gonna add another light color to really make it like bang. But that's the Batman logo, 1989. And then I put Smilex brand, and that's the Joker's brand in the movie. Like he has the mouthwash and the hairspray, and right now I'm filling in "Love That Joker" on the one side here, so I have to fill in that, and then I gotta fill in this, and I'm gonna reline all this motherfucker again too. I'm telling you right now, it's a process to me. But I think it'll look really cool when it's done. Hopefully, we'll see. That's more practice than anything. I just keep practicing these things, and then hopefully someday I do one that I go, it's not for sale. I'm keeping this one. Then I'll feel good about that. That'll be the day. But for now, we haven't got there. For now, I gotta keep working, toiling away. For you guys. I love you all. Everybody wants a bat. Someday everybody's gonna get a bat. Could you imagine if I made a bat for everybody? Goddamn. The battle would be amazing, wouldn't it? My grandma, she was an artist for many, many years, watercolors, and I grew up in her art gallery watching her paint, and I watched her work with her medium, which was watercolor. So she tried to teach me watercolor, and I hated it. I was not good with watercolor. Well, there's a thing. If you're artistic, you got to find your medium. Find what you can do well with. That's important. It really is. I mean, there's people you can hand them a pencil and they could crush it. Anything. Draw the best thing you've ever seen. Then there's people that same person, you hand them a welder, and they create a sculpture that is so breathtaking that you're just blown away, and you go, what the fuck? You can draw really well with a pencil, but this is amazing. That's their medium. They're a welder. They're an art sculptor. You know what I mean? Like of sorts with metal. And if you find your medium, like you can shine in whatever it is. I mean, you just have to practice it a lot. So, and I mean, practice is incredibly important. All of this is practice to me. I don't look at myself as like an artist or a wood burner that's good. I look at myself as a practicing student all the time. Because if I get a head on my shoulder and say, that looks awesome, dude, I killed that. That's the best one I've ever done. Fucking, like, nobody's ever gonna beat that. I'm gonna fucking regret that. So you keep your comments to yourself about these. If you think you did a good job, it's okay to say, you know, like, this is probably my best work. But then you don't want to be like, beat that. You don't want to make it competitive or weird or anything. Like, this is just all about having a fun time. Like Bob Ross, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I love the Ghostbusters bat. That thing is so cool. I spent so much fucking time on that. It was like this. I was blacking out that whole bat forever that took. This is the tedious part of wood burning is when you have to do a whole bat like this. Because it's like taking a Sharpie that's a little bit not good and just rubbing the whole entire project to get it to go black. That's the best comparison I can come up with. Like this takes an incredible amount of time. So I usually take a lot of J breaks. I smoke a lot of fucking weed while I do this. So because I'm just like trying to kind of just be patient, mellow myself out. Then I usually listen to a lot of podcasts. Unfortunately, I get into law and crime too much. That's my biggest bane of my existence right now. Law and crime always has some horrible story that just crushes me, and they come out with just the worst ones every day. I swear. Like, oh, she had 5 children, but they only found 4 of them at first in her house of trash, and you're just like, she poisoned them. And you're like, what the fuck, lady? The dad that had shot all of his children with the rifle and was like sitting on his porch and just like, what? Wasn't gonna shoot the cop. The cop runs up like, are you fucking serious? Guy starts talking to the cop. The cop's like, hey, you know what? You have the right to remain silent. Why don't you fucking use it? And I remembered listening to the cop say that. I could not have agreed more. Like, I don't want to listen to some guy that tried to justify taking out all of his children. Jesus Christ. That damn Travis Decker all over. I hope that guy's burning hard. Because I'd hate to have Travis Decker been the last time I found peace, I found religion. I killed my daughters. I'm going to heaven. I've been absolved. Gets to heaven, meets my dad. Travis. No, 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 no. Just down the fucking slide you go, kid. How long did it take me to make the disco stick? Holy crap, man. First of all, that was like 2 years ago. Well, maybe 3 that I made that. I still have it. It was like two days because I had to sit there and fucking do all the lines. The bitch part about that one was painting it because I have to sit there and paint all the little squares and then try to make them spiral. So, and if you fuck up once, which I did, so that's always fun. Yeah, I did. I watched the lady that had the kids in the bags. Yeah, they had her open her bags up in front of the police. They're all sitting there just like, no, no, open your bags up. There's a smell coming from your bag. And she's just like, no, these just dirty clothes. These just dirty clothes. And the guy's sitting there like, yeah, yeah, right. And they open it up and there's 2 fucking dead kids in the bags. I couldn't believe that footage too. That was so bad. And her aunt was there. Like, how did you not know? Like, give me a break. You knew. That whole fucking situation. Right now I'm watching the reporter that killed her mom, stabbed her mom too. That's a crazy one. Jacksonville, Florida. Florida man has come into the chat room. I don't know why Florida man sounds like he's got some sort of autism, but I wasn't talking about you, sir. I'm just saying my version. Lord, man, you know, like I was going for a different charge on that one. You're gonna die, sort of a, you know. Been hanging out in the goddamn bayou a little too long. God damn it. Oh, I'm getting there, motherfucker. I gotta finish this little motherfucking gap right here. Right there. It's a little gap. Cop reactions are for that the gal that, yeah, they're all crying and shit when the gal gets the kids pulled out of the bags. Yeah, that was awful. And that's another one of those ones where I think where the cop even was like, "You have the right to remain silent." I'd use it because it's like I don't want to hear what you have to say. That's the genuine. I feel about cops. I'm not a huge cop fan. I know we need them, but there's been a lot of times I've just been disagreed with a lot of what's been done in a situation, which we all have, and those cops in that situation, you can't help but feel bad for them because a lot of those guys, they got a kid, you know, and they're out on the job doing their thing, and you pull open a bag and you find two kids that are roughly your child's age and they're dead and they're decomp. How do you have that in your head and like keep it there and just be chill, civil, you know, like not pull out your pistol and just empty it into the person and like, what? I lost my mind in the moment, you know, like I decided to park my pickup truck in his living room in my off time. Sling blade, yep. Mm-hmm. Biscuits and mustard. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no grass in it. Mm-hmm. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade. Did you know that used to be how I started my TikToks? Have I ever done tattoos before? I could never get you guys to hold still long enough to get it going. Stop screaming is the other issue. And you never pay enough. Not for this kind of level of stress. I get post-traumatic stress disorder when I have to tattoo somebody with this thing. I'm kidding, I've never done it. I don't have a guy that has the stones that'll sit across from me to do that. And if I do, I don't want to hang out with that dude. Yep. Everybody tells me I need to do podcasts. I don't want to. I had a guy that was really pushy to try to get me on a podcast, and I wasn't feeling it, so I just didn't do it. Nice guy, I just didn't like the way he was pushing. Made me feel like it wasn't going to be a good idea, not a good fit. Some mushrooms and you'd have me tat for hours. Oof. If I had a tattoo gun, I'm sure there's a guy out there that could teach me how to tattoo and I would actually not be terrible. But for right now, you ever seen macaroni art? It would be like that on your arm or leg or wherever you chose for me to do it. And the more risque we get with this, the more the prices go up because guess what? I'm not doing weird shit for nothing. If that's your kink, then whew, I'll pull a shoe off. I got one toe missing. You could really get into this. I start all my tattoos with grain alcohol. That's the solution. Oh, shit, son. That part's done. Then I got more. Motherfucker. Oh, man. Sitting out here on this porch. This porch was supposed to be my dad's, right? I know. I talk about my dad too fucking much. I get it. But I kind of wish that I could meet him out here now, just because I feel like he'd shit his pants. Like all these years later, you know, like he liked when I was drawing when I was a kid and stuff, but I feel like this would be the stuff that my dad would look at and go, "Oh, holy shit, Dan!" Like, you know, like in comparison, like I'm not saying I'm good, but what I'm saying is the comparison to when I started to this now, it's night and day. I mean, it's literally night and day different. So, I mean, my first project, oh, I used a maple sapling out of the front yard, and it was a Harley Quinn club, made it look similar to her bat, and wow, is that a pile of shit? But I keep it because it's really important to track your progress. If you want to get into doing stuff, you want to kind of keep your first one and not really touch it or molest it. You want to kind of make sure that you keep your first fucking projects and you keep it in good shape, you know, and just put it in a corner or something. So that way, later on, when you get to like project number 1000 and you put the two together, your buddy can shitty pants and be like, "That's you?" Yeah, because you just sat there and you practiced forever. I believe somebody told me one time you needed to do 10,000 hours of something to be a master at something. I don't believe that at all, but 10,000 hours of something will give you a hell of a jump start on that profession, I'll say that. Make you very good at it. I think you always learn, and when you stop learning, you kind of stop growing.